Keffer oak. It's an over 300-year-old oak tree. It's over 18 inches around, and it is the biggest oak tree on the South AT. They say there's one in New York that's a little bit bigger that's on the AT. This is a pretty good sized tree right here. Check that sucker out. There's Hiker Doug in the background. Alright, more later. Good morning. It's the beginning of day 72, May 25th. Had a good night camping down here at Keffer Oak with Hiker Doug and a guy named Alan that stopped by and camped with us last night. He had hiked the PCT before, so we had a good conversation last night while we were eating. But real good campsite, good night's sleep. Got down in the 40s last night. I was surprised how cold it got, but slept good and I'm ready to take on another day. It's going to be another hard day of climbing. So here we go. Alright, here's the view from the top of Bruiser's Knob. It's kind of grown up, but you get a little bit of the view here. This was quite a climb, y'all. Quite a climb, but worth it for this view. Here's the trail going north, so I will continue. Got a ridge line walk for about 3 miles, and then it goes down to a gap, and then got to climb another mountain. And on the top of the next mountain, I forget the name of it, I think it's either Bushy Mountain or Brush Mountain or something like that, there's an Audie Murphy memorial up there. So when I get there, I'll definitely take a picture of that. Alright. It was a long climb up here this morning. But I tell you, these ridgeline walks are really fun when it's like this. If it goes on like this for 3 miles, this is going to be really, really nice. So I'll let you see what it looks like up here on top of this mountain. I think we're about, it's not real high, it was a real steep climb. But I think we're only at about 3,400 or 3,500 feet up here on top of this one. It looks like we're going down a little bit. So I don't get my ridge line walk like that. Let's see where this goes. This stretch of trail here is really sparse for water. Doug and I climbed up out of from that big Keffer oak tree where we camped last night, and we were both running kind of low on water. And so there's 3 miles to the first shelter when we got there, and ended up being almost a half a mile hike down a hill to the water source, which was a nice spring. Then we had to hike back up again. And now it's 6 miles before the next water. And after that, I think it's 7 miles before there's any more water. So you've got to be careful on days like this. Manage your water. Make sure you're drinking enough. You and I both drank probably 2 liters while we were there at the spring, and then filled up. I brought another 3 liters. We sat down at that shelter and drank about 1.5 liters and got real good and hydrated before the 6-mile hike here. That's what you got to do, especially on a warm day like this. It's going to be up in the 80s today, I think. The forecast was what, 86. Really nice up here. It's pretty cool when you're in the trees. I imagine temperature up in here is mid-70s. Alright, I just want to let you see what this ridge line looks like today. It is a beautiful day. Couldn't ask for better. Day for hiking. So, with that, I'm out for now. Day 73, right here on Trout Creek at Virginia State Road 620, I think. Last night, me and Doug and somebody else, I'm not sure who that is, spent the night over here. Across the road, there's another little campground. There's probably about a dozen tents over there. And right over there, across the creek, is Trail Magic. We came down the mountain yesterday, and these people were serving supper. We had supper, and then they said, be sure and come back in the morning for breakfast. So I'm getting ready to go back for breakfast right now. All right, I'm climbing up Cove Mountain away from Trout Creek, where we spent the night last night. Had great Trail Magic when we got in last night, and again this morning they fixed us breakfast. Thank you to Old Goat and Grandma Fleetwood from South Georgia. Y'all are the best. It was very, very appreciated, and I hope to see you up the road somewhere. Anyway, climbing up Cove Mountain right now. When we get over that, I think we got Dragon's Tooth next, and then we're going to go down and pay a visit at the Catawba grocery. Maybe have something to eat there. Resupply if we need to get into Daleville. So here goes another full day.
Sunrise bring hope where it once was forgotten. Suns are like birds flying upwards over the mountain.
Almost to the top of Cove Mountain. Beautiful view from up here. It's just as still and calm as it can be.
Freckles in our eyes are mirror images, and when we kiss they're perfectly aligned. And I have to speculate that God himself did make